This is Steve and Cade, and this is Real Life, Real Music.
Real Life, Real Music Radio with your host, Kyle Hutton.
Microphone works.
It works.
That's
it works.
Good.
Man, hey, first off, I just want to tell you, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be here this evening. You've got a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to talk about that tonight. And, man, I'm just glad that what we do here could kind of dovetail in with some other things that you got going on and that you could sit here with me tonight.
Yeah, I'm very thankful to be here. It's great to be in Houston. It's nice and warm outside, so I'm thankful. It's a good homecoming for me.
I was about to say, you're a Houston boy, and I know you're off in Tennessee now, where they actually have hills and stuff like that.
Green.
But you got to get off the plane and just walk out or get out of the car and breathe in that humidity and just feel like you're back at home.
It's really, it's a blessing, really. But I'm driving down some of the streets that I grew up on, and it's bringing back a lot of great memories. It's been a little minute since I've been here, but I've just been traveling, writing songs, and living in Tennessee for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And then now back here for some shows.
Well, we're glad to have you back and honored that you're here with us. So before I start diving in and asking too many questions, I wonder if you would just pick a song that you want to kick us off with tonight. Tell us about it, and tell us about it and play us a song.
All right, that sounds good. Something happened to my capo. That's funny. It disappeared. I think...
I've got one right here.
Look at that.
That better not be yours, because I got it out of my guitar case. But I like how you did that.
You know what? See what I'm saying? It always works. All right, well, I'll introduce this next song here, the first song, I should say. My wife and I, we've been married 15 years, which is a blessing. And she inspires me. Where is she at? There she is right there. And so we were driving, and I said, honey, I write a lot of love songs. And she goes, well, there's nothing wrong with a love song. And I'm like, that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking. And that was the title. So I wrote that with my buddy Trey Calloway and Greg Wilson. And so I'll play that for you right off, as long as this guitar's going to work. Nothing wrong with a love song. Everybody needs a little bit of rock and roll. It's good for the soul. 4 on the floor and a fast tempo on an open road. But don't you know that they're quick to turn it off when it comes to the heart, and the groove is just a little too slow. Oh, but girl, you and me know that there ain't nothing wrong with a love song. Sweet melody always making me wanna sing along. Yes, sing along, girl. Just like my man Paul McCartney said, girl, we're gonna crank it up when it comes on. If it leads to us loving, there ain't nothing wrong with a love song. Yeah. Give me some old Conway Twitty or Lionel Richie. Yeah, you know what turns me on. Oh, we ought to put on some Morgan Wallen and melt into each other's arms. 'Cause there ain't nothing wrong with a love song. Sweet melody always making me wanna sing along. Yes, sing along, girl. Just like my man Paul McCartney said, girl, we're gonna gonna crank it up when it comes on. If it leads to us loving, there ain't nothing wrong with a love song. Yeah. It's the same old lines done a million times. Somehow it never gets old. Because there ain't nothing wrong with a love song. Sweet melody always making me wanna sing along. Yeah, sing along, girl. Just like my man Paul McCartney said, girl, we're gonna crank it up when it comes on. If it leads to us loving and touching, there ain't nothing wrong with a love song. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
All of a sudden got warm up here. I love that.
So, okay. So is that one, is that a new one?
That is a new one.
All right.
That has not been recorded yet, and now it's recorded though.
Yeah, thanks for dropping that one on us, man. I appreciate that.
There's going to be a few of those tonight that I'll share with you that are brand new.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, and so the biggest question after that song is, did your wife get a third or 50% for such a great idea and title?
She always gets 100%.
That's right. That's right. I tell my wife, my wife gets every check I get, and I just hand it to her. So you got 100. You got 100% of it.
Right.
Okay, so one thing diving into your music that I definitely have noticed is that you do have a theme of love running through your music, and you got a lot of great upbeat stuff that when I turn it on in the car, unfortunately it makes me want to drive too fast. But it's good for the local law enforcement. But I want to ask you about a song that you put out, as a single back in 2019 called "Two Less Lonely People."
Yeah.
Wonder if you tell us about that one. Maybe play that one for us.
Yeah, well, I met my wife back in San Diego. She was going to San Diego State University, and basically I was in a bar playing music in a bar, and she's standing there, and I'm like, hey, would you like to be on my mailing list? That was like the best line I had, man. That was it. But I figured that's going to do it, and it did. And
God bless you. God bless you for dealing with that line. That was very nice of you.
It's worked. And so we, like I said, we've been married, 15 years. And I thought I wanted to write a song that reminded me of that night, and that there were like two less lonely people in the world that, got together. And so I thought that was a cool title. I wrote it with Eric Halbig, and it was one of the first songs I wrote while living in Nashville pre-COVID. And so it's got the most Spotify streams on my Spotify. It's about 200,000 now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Will you play that one for us?
For sure. Absolutely. It was an hour with the girls shooting pool Friday night, beach bar, sing along Sweet Caroline, free falling, summer of '69. You were the 20 in the tip jar, slow jamming flip-flops, napkin with the call me on it. But I did what I had to do, and now I'm just needing you, like the strings need this guitar, and love just needs a heart, like the shine just needs a diamond, and the fire just needs a spark, like the vinyl needs a needle, and the truck just needs a diesel. Maybe the world just needed, yeah, the world just needed two less lonely people. We were like two limes floating in Coronas, under palm trees, sun sinking in the ocean. Got no other getting to's besides loving right here on you. And heart like the shine just needs a diamond, and the fire just needs a spark. Like the vinyl needs a needle, and the truck just needs a diesel. Maybe the world just needed, yeah, the world just needed two less lonely people. Like four footprints need the sand, and my ring needs your hand, and your eyes need the blue. Yeah, I need you. Like the strings need this guitar, and love just needs a heart. Like the shine just needs a diamond, and the fire just needs a spark. Like the vinyl needs a needle, and the truck just needs a diesel. Maybe the world just needed, yeah, the world just needed, baby, the world just needed, yeah, the world just needed two less lonely people. Two less lonely people.
Yeah, man. Good song.
Thank you. Tune it up for you.
Well, okay, so tell me when, give me a little bit of history here. Like, when did you first realize that music, like, really did something for you? You know what I mean?
I just found my capo.
There you go. There you go. Look, his is silver, mine's black, but he's still going to complain. He's still going to claim it, right? No, I'm just playing. So when did you first know that music really did something for you? I mean, were you like a little kid running around singing, or like, when did you first know, man, music is really special to me?
Probably when I was a kid. I mean, I think about, when I was really little, my dad, he's here tonight, which is great. Where's my dad at? He's right back here.
Howdy, Dad.
Yeah. And my mom, they got me a little drum set. And so I think just being young and exposed to musical instruments right away probably did something that I can, far back in the sort of, the what is it, the subliminal? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really as far back as I can remember. But music has just grown on me.
Okay. And when did you first pick up an instrument? Let's go there first. When did you first start playing?
An instrument overall? I mean, the first instrument that I had picked up was a drum, actually.
Okay.
I played snare drum when I was in middle school, but guitar was right after high school.
Okay, gotcha. And then when did you write your first song?
Probably right out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first time I jumped in a band in California, and we just we toured a lot. We did a lot of. The first manager I ever had was, well, if you've ever seen Eddie Van Halen, of course you have, but Eddie Van Halen would do these things with his whammy bar that sits right here, and he bends it. And so because Eddie would always do that, this guy named Floyd Rose invented the Floyd Rose locking neck tremolo system.
Absolutely.
You would know because you're a guitar, but anybody else who's a guitar player. So Floyd Rose was my first manager.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
So that was a very cool time.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning, right at the beginning of my career, and I got introduced to the music business pretty quick.
Yeah, and so was it what you're doing now, or was it more?
It was more rock. Pop rock. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. So who would you say were some of your earliest influences?
Oh God, as a kid, I mean, you could think back. I mean, the Eagles were big. I mean, living here in Texas, Kenny Rogers was a big influence for me. Obviously, I mean, even Lionel Richie. I mean, really, seriously, he was a great songwriter, great performer. I mean, there's so many now. I mean, Keith Urban has always been a big influence for me too. So, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to get.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw you a little curveball. Is there any cover that you do in your set? Do you do any cover stuff in your set? Like, we're talking about your influences. Yeah. Do you have something you can lay on us?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah. Here we go. I didn't know you were. Waylon Jennings never had to do that. I'm driving home tonight, catching all red lights. That's alright, 'cause I don't wanna be alone. There's nobody waiting there, cold and empty bed. Words I wished I said come on the radio. And and I don't know why I do this to myself. And I know you're with someone else, but in my mind you're somewhere in my car, and it's raining hard on the street lights glow. You got your lips on mine, it's gasoline on fire. I never will forget. You grabbed my shirt and pulled it over my head. Fingertips slide up and down my back, breathing hard, steaming up the glass again. I think if I could bring you back, I'd bring you back home. So I've been sleeping till noon in the same bedroom where I once held you, and it's breaking my heart. I should take down all those pictures from my wall. Promises we made won't fill this empty space. And I don't know why I just can't let you go. No, no, no. And I know you're never coming back, but in my mind you're somewhere in my car, and it's raining hard on the street lights glow. You got your lips on mine, it's gasoline on fire. I never will forget. You grabbed my shirt and pulled it over my head. Fingertips slide up and down my back, breathing hard, steaming up the glass again. And I think if I could bring you back, I'd bring you back home. Street lights glow. You got your lips on mine, it's gasoline on fire. I never will forget. You grabbed my shirt and pulled it over my head. Fingertips slide up and down my back, breathing hard, steaming up the glass. Giving a thing if I could bring you back, I'd bring you back home. Oh yeah, I'd bring you back home.
Yeah. You got to appreciate a guy that tours with a band that can't talk back to him. Man, that's nice.
They're cheap too.
Yeah, there you go.
You pay them one time and that's it. Just the electricity, I guess.
That's awesome.
Kelly? Yes, sir. God, what's up, my brother? Good to see you.
Yeah, you're home, man. This is home. This is home week. Mom and Dad are here.
We used to ride three-wheelers around when Pasadena was just a bunch of dust, all right? Remember those days? Oh. See what I'm talking about?
Man.
Kelly led me around. He's like, man, you got to get a three-wheeler. I'm like, yes, I do. He's like, come on, man. Let's jump in and go. Yeah.
I lived in Friendswood till I was 10, and we knew to watch out for you Pasadena boys. Y'all were from the other side of the freeway.
We're just doing our business.
That's funny. That is funny. All right. Well, hey, I need you to do something for me, Stephen, because we kick off every radio show and podcast with a liner. Okay, so we're going to do a little music business right here, where Stephen's going to give me a liner, and you're going to say, "This is Stephen Cade, and this is real life, real music." And then y'all's job is y'all are going to go absolutely nuts. Okay, any pent up energy you've had today or whatever, this is the time to get it out. I'm gonna let you go for about 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna go like, I'm just kidding. You're not gonna do it for 4 minutes. When I go like this, we've got enough. But okay, so this is Stephen Cade, and this is real life, real music, and then y'all are gonna go nuts.
So
you can look right there at this guy.
Okay.
Perfect.
This is Stephen Cade, and this is real life, real music.
Perfect. You know, here's the deal. We're just trying to let those people in San Luis Obispo, California know that we mean business in Texas. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for helping us with that. Okay, so I've kind of been leading you all over the place, but I did want to, let me do this. Can we go all the way back from what I've been able to find in your music, Stephen? It looks like the album Love, Love, Love was your first record that you released back in 2007. Does that sound right?
Yes, I did.
Do you still play anything off that record right now?
I
Okay,
don't.
all right. Well, then I want to recommend it on Apple Music or Spotify or wherever you want to go listen to it.
I barely remember what I ate last night. Come on.
I got you. Remembering the lyrics gets a little more challenging as we age. As we age. Thank you, brother. Y'all give it up for Gabe and his staff doing a great job tonight.
He's a Houstonian too. He's a Houstonian. That was awesome. I didn't know that.
He's a good dude. Okay, well, you pick one. You pick one you want to play for us right now.
Super. I'd love to play a song that I have not recorded yet, because that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm just going to test them out here.
Sweet.
But this is a song as I'm riding through the backwoods of Tennessee. Has anybody ever been to Tennessee? Yeah, been to Tennessee? What you might not know is there's a cool place called the Natchez Trace. I don't know if you've ever been through that, but it's so beautiful. And when you drive through those back roads of Tennessee, it's almost like spiritual. Really, it's like God's creation. You realize that there is a designer, there's an architect, and you're like, wow, thank you, Lord, for letting me get a piece of this. So I wanted to write a song that brought that all in, and I wrote this one with my friend Trey Calloway and Andy Renfrey. It's called Back Road Believer. Sitting on a front row pew, shirt and tie in my Sunday shoes, stained glass colors scattered across the floor. One eye on the Bible and one on the time, till that last amen and that handshake line. My blacktop church was waiting outside the door. 'Cause I'm a back road believer, sunshine receiver. I find grace among these holy pines, and heaven in between those broken lines. I know there's truth in the sermon of a preacher, God made me a back road believer. Sunday driving with the Holy Ghost, salvation in a barn or an old fence post, hallelujah shout about every quarter mile. Born again journey on Goodyear tires, miracles seen through a country boy's eyes, singing along with an AM gospel choir. I'm a back road believer, sunshine receiver. I find grace among those holy pines, and heaven in between those broken lines. I know there's truth in the sermon of a preacher. God made me a back road believer. Yes, He did, yeah. 'Cause I'm a back road believer, sunshine receiver. I find grace among those holy pines, and heaven in between those broken lines. I know there's truth in the sermon of a preacher, but God made me a back road believer.
Very nice.
We got to write one like that, Kyle.
Yeah, man, I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so that one definitely brings up another line, another vein of the conversation that makes up who you are and definitely plays into your music, and that is that your life is kind of I don't want to use the word littered with, but that's the only word I can think of. Your life is sprinkled with evidences of the things that you believe, and whether that's your music or the things that you're involved in. So tell me, like, just a little bit about how your faith and your faith plays into your music. Like how does it weave its way in there? How does it find its way in there? Just tell us a little bit about how faith affects your music.
Well, before I was, I got something called encephalitis meningitis a little over a decade ago, and I almost lost my life. So Before that, I was not saved. I was not walking with the Lord. And in almost losing my life, I found Christ. And so I realized that I couldn't, like one day you can wake up and when your right side of your body is paralyzed because you have 110 white blood cells in your CFS fluid. And for you doctors and medical doctors out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I saw a lot of neurologists. I saw a lot of doctors. I asked a lot of questions. And at the end of the day, they saved my life, for a moment. But at the end of the day, it was just going to be a long recovery. It took 10 years to get back.
Wow.
And so, but in all that, I learned to slow down and give God all the glory. And really, I got to slow down. And that's when I realized that Kelly, my wife, was meant for me. And we were meant to get married. And my mom's like, you better do the right thing and marry her. I'm like, yes, absolutely, Mom. God rest her soul. My mom's not with us anymore. But, it just, faith is a part of my daily walk. I mean, I have 2 beautiful kids. There's no way I could do what I do without faith and reading the Word every day and praying and just believing.
Yeah. Well, play us another one that has some of that infused into it. Just one maybe that this conversation makes you think of.
Well, this one I wrote because I was about to get on this journey with giving guitars, and we can talk about that, but I wanted to write a song that talks about just being a better person every day, whether that's, just smiling at somebody, saying hello to somebody, the little simple things that we used to do when I was a kid. It didn't seem like it was, I don't know, it seemed like it was the way, and especially growing up here in Houston, everybody was really nice, so, and still are. You guys are still great. Everybody's still great here in Houston, so, but this is a song I wrote called Better Me, and it was like the theme song for the tour, so it goes a little something like this. Five things, that's all you got? Go ahead, brother, take my spot. Might be running late, but I got some grocery lane for to pay. On my way to a better me. Saw homeless, can you help me sign? Put $1 in a hand that could have been mine. A few wrong turns ago, back when I didn't know how to be a better me. A better shoulder, a willing heart to pull you closer. A human being human, walking miles in different shoes and trying to be a better me. Training wheels still on that bike, caught by the front door waiting to fly. Time to spend some time with those look like mine, little faces looking up to see a better me. A better shoulder, a willing heart to pull you closer. A human being human, walking miles in different shoes and trying to be a better me. Bed, pour a glass of red, turn off the TV, set the mood tonight. I want you to see a better me. A better me, a better shoulder, a willing heart to pull you closer. A human being human, walking miles in different shoes and trying to be a better me, a better shoulder, a willing heart to pull you closer. A human being human, walking miles in different shoes and trying to be, I'm just trying to be a better me. Saw homeless, can you help me sign? Put $1 in a hand that could have been mine.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Very nice. All right. So, and obviously that that song is reminiscent of something that's become a really big part of your life, and that's the work that you're doing through Giving Guitars. So tell us a little bit about the nonprofit that you guys started and what you're out there doing, and maybe you could even start by just telling us what you were doing down in Houston yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So we've been praying about, what do I do with my songs, my voice, this talent that God has given me. And my wife and we were at a backyard party in Brentwood, Tennessee, and I walked in. I didn't know what I was getting into. I had no idea, but I walked into a yard where there was I felt like I was at Hugh Hefner's place or something. It was just everybody was beautiful in bathing suits, and they're like, hey, you're going to play music. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play some music. And so I did, and the gentleman that owned the house ended up being just the most unique and awesome person I've ever met. Probably one of the most, except maybe my wife and my kids. But Brent Yates is the founder of Gravity of Up, and he's just got this big heart. And he's like, hey, why don't you, and his wife, they're like, why don't you pray into something that God could use your talents for? So my wife were like, let's use some instruments to inspire people. And so we let them know that, and he's like, well, let's start that. So back in October, our first shelter that we visited was in Austin, Texas, at the Rathgaber Center. And so they have a wonderful facility there. But since then, we have been to over 50 homeless shelters, given away over 100 guitars, and raised thousands of dollars, and really affected a lot of people's lives in ways that I never even knew could be possible.
Man, that is amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. So since we're not there with you when you do that, give us an example. You were down off of Jones Road yesterday. McGowan. Okay, tell us a little bit about like what you do when you go into one of those shelters.
First, pray. Because a lot of the times, if you guys didn't know, shelters are in neighborhoods that are not country club neighborhoods. Let's just call it like it is. And so my wife and I, my kids, we're all there together. We get outside the car. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of, making sure everything's safe. We get into the building, and the first thing I do is, I get to meet the director of the shelter and the intake person. There's the intake person who I feel are angels. Yeah. Literally. They don't care. They don't want you to know. It's like a nurse, right? A nurse is somebody that they don't want all the glory and all that stuff. They just want to help people live and survive. You know what I mean? And those people are like, I think, angels on the ground from God, right? And so this person's the same thing. And it's like, man, you see people who don't have anything. They're coming here off the street. They have no place to sleep. And it's a lot of times their families. There are a lot of times people who suffer from drug addiction, alcohol addiction, generational poverty, domestic violence, human trafficking. It's somebody that just lost their job at Saturn, for being a security guard. It's at-risk youth. It is foster kids. It's a lot of different things. And so I go in there and I just basically bring them brand new Taylor guitars, brand new acoustic Taylor guitars, and I play them some songs, and I talk about hope, and just try to encourage them and let them know that this is just a season of your life. I mean, in a month from now, you could take this guitar and write a hit song, and then you'll get to talk about it, and do something great with it, and just help other people, because that's what I want to really get out, and that's what Brent really wants to do. He wants to get people to help other people. And if you can imagine a world, just for a second, let's have fun. If everybody, even in this room, just took time out of your day and said, hey, I'm going to help somebody, because you're going to help your family, right? That's the first thing you're going to take care of. Then your church, because you go to church, you tithe. But then what's after that? That you got more energy, you got more time, you got more resources. You can do it. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. That's where things are at. Yeah. Well,
it's a cool deal, and you need to go online. You can either go to StephenCade.com and click through to Giving Guitars, or go to Giving Guitars, has its own website as well. Make sure and look that up on Google. Go check that out and see what they're doing. Is there a song? I mean, I'm wondering, is there not that there's necessarily a theme song for what you're doing, but is there another song that kind of expresses what you feel like you're wanting to do and doing with that mission?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, here it is. Here's a song that I feel like when people are in these situations where they're in these shelters, and especially the kids, I mean, there's at-risk youth kids. We've been to their homes, and they're like, they don't have parents, they don't have a dad, they don't have a mom, and I just say, look, this is a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture than what you're doing right now. So I felt like, let's write a song called Big Picture Thinker. And I thought that was a cool title. So I wrote this one with Trey Calloway and Andy Renfrey, and it goes like this. My dog died, truck broke down, girl done up and gone. And next thing I knew, my life turned into a danged old country song. Short on cash, long on struggle, I ain't gonna let it burn burst my bubble. I'm a big picture thinker. Swim, don't sink her. Stand in the face of trouble, don't blink her. A man of faith calls the words a waste, and it don't know no good no anyways. Cause God's gonna show up in the nick of time. That's right. Cause everything just changes on a dime. So I'm gonna be a hallelujah singer and a big picture thinker. Taxes due, mortgage too, broke but it won't break me. It's just another chapter in my book of my comeback story. Never giving up, no, that's my motto. What do you know? I just won the lotto. I'm a big picture thinker. Swim, don't sink her. Stand in the face of trouble, don't blink her. A man of faith calls the worries a waste, and it don't know no good no anyways. Cause God's gonna show up in the nick of time. That's right. Cause everything just changes on a dime. So I'm gonna be a hallelujah singer and a big picture thinker. Oh yeah. All right. Well, winners never quit, quitters never win. Pick yourself up and start over again. Day by day, week by week, year by year, I'm learning to be a big picture thinker. Swim, don't sink her. Stand in the face of trouble, don't blink her. A man of faith calls the worries a waste, and it don't know no good no anyways. Cause God's gonna show up in the nick of time. That's right. Cause everything just changes on a dime. So I'm gonna be a hallelujah singer. Yeah, come on, y'all, let me hear you, hallelujah singer. And a big picture thinker. I'm a big picture thinker. Swim, don't sink her. Stand in the face of trouble, don't blink her. A man of faith calls the worries a waste, and it don't know no good no anyway.
Yeah. That's great. Is that one? Can we find that one anywhere
Not yet?
All right,
These
another
are all
new
the
one.
not yet songs that you guys get to hear. They're going to be recorded though.
Man, I love that.
Not long from now. Kelly says we can. Yeah,
I love that.
I always ask Kelly, what songs can we record next? I mean, she's the boss, she's the manager. But thank you for that.
You should let him record that one. That one's really good. Yeah. I saw her down here. Like, is that a scorecard she has, or what she?
For sure.
I'd be really nervous if I was you. No, I'm kidding.
Get there.
I'm kidding. She's your biggest fan. That's
100%.
That's important. Well, hey, I told you I was going to tell you a little bit more about our sponsors. So, guys, we literally could not have made this show possible for the last 15 years if it wasn't for the help of people that reinvest with the money that they make outside of here into the culture of the communities where they do business. Our newest sponsor is Caldwell Communities. We've got a couple of realtors that sell homes in their communities with us tonight. Thank you, guys. I'm glad y'all got Fred Caldwell's tickets tonight to come to the show. And on the table in front of you, you'll find some information about Chambers Creek. This is a brand new community that they're opening up in Willis, Texas, and it's 55 and better. You like that? Yeah, it's for 55 and better, right? Which I'm not too far from that. So let me tell you what, they've got some cool stuff going on. If you like an active lifestyle or would like to have one that's a little more active than you already have, you need to check this brochure out. Okay, check this out. And again, Caldwell Communities helping us make tonight happen. My friends at Chicago Title couldn't be here with us tonight. They've been sponsors with us for a couple of years. Huge music supporters in the area. And then I want to tell you a little bit real quick about Griffin Realty Group, and this is a personal story. Okay, you remember that old commercial where the guy goes, "And I'm not only the president of the Hair Club for Men, but I'm a client as well." You know, takes his hat off. Okay, well, here's the deal. As of maybe this time last week, I became a client of the Griffin Realty Group when I signed the listing agreement that we wanted to try and sell our home where we've been for the last, we've been there. We built it 19 years ago, so we've been there for a while, and that's a big deal, right? If you're gonna like entrust somebody with helping you navigate where does your family go next, not to mention in the crazy real estate market that we're in right now, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, here's the interesting thing. My wife is blowing up my phone right now about when I'm gonna get home because we were supposed to take pictures, like we were going to ease our way into this. We were supposed to take pictures of the house, get it online, get it listed, okay? That was pictures were supposed to happen Friday. Well, Joel calls me. The house is not even on the market yet, and they already have a buyer that wants to see it tomorrow.
Thank goodness. Jeez.
So, I'm going to go home after the show tonight and clean toilets. I don't know what y'all are going to be doing, but I'm going to go home and help get ready for a buyer that's flying in to see our house tomorrow, which is just a crazy deal because it's not even on the market yet. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that the Griffin Group will always sell your home when it's not on the market, but they might.
Yeah.
If you've got any real estate needs, you need to talk to these guys. Joel and Christy, wave your hands. Thanks for making this happen. And by the way, it's Christy Griffin's birthday tonight, so let's just go ahead and take care of this. Maybe give us a C thing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Christy. Yeah. Can I play you a song, Stephen?
For sure. I'm waiting all night. Come on.
All right. I'll play you a song. I don't know if this is in tune, but we're going to find out. So how many Houston native Houstonians do we have here tonight? All right, we got some. Sounds pretty good. All right, we got a few up there. Okay, so like I said, well, I actually lived in Cade, Texas till I was 5, and then I lived in Friendswood, Texas till I was 10. And then we moved up to the Dallas area because Dad got transferred. And I went through high school in South Dallas area. And then I chased a girl back down to the Houston area after college. And we've been here ever since. So I have a lot of memories of the Houston area. Whether it was when I lived here or when we would come back to visit grandparents. And so, I don't know, I got this idea one time that, well, it just came to me that if Jesus was ever walking around Houston, that there were probably some certain places that he would go, right? And so, I'm not saying this is theologically correct, or don't try to make this song bigger than it is. I don't want a lot of emails about how my theology is wrong or whatever, but do what? It's in the book of Kyle. You can find all of this in the book of Kyle, chapter 1. Yeah, this song, I'll tell you the short version. I was on an airplane flying to New York City, and there was a couple next to me that got on, and they were flying to the Holy Land by way of New York City, okay? So they were going to catch a flight at LaGuardia and continue on over to the Holy Land. And I knew they were going to the Holy Land because I saw them getting out their brochures and, talking about all the cool stuff they were going to do when they got there. But they were the rudest people on the plane. And I thought, you guys could find Jesus in Houston. You don't have to go to the Holy Land. Golly. So anyway, that's where I got the idea for this song. It's called If Jesus Lived in Houston. I got to remember how to play it though. Hold on. Not like that. There it is. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk down Quitman Street, where you can find a dime bag or anything you need. See the hooker at the corner crying at his feet. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk down Quitman Street. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd stroll through River Oaks, talk with politicians, tax collectors, finer folks. He'd start each conversation with his favorite lawyer jokes. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd stroll through River Oaks. Yeah, and he'd tell us that we need him, and tell us that he loves us, and most would just ignore him and we'd go on with our lives. But he'd say this ground is holy, 'cause we're all walking on it. Holy land that's worth enough to die. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk Montrose Avenue and see nobody different than he sees me or you. He'd pass the night with strangers and buy a round or two. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk Montrose Avenue. Yeah, and he'd tell us that we need him, and tell us that he loves us, and most would just ignore him and we'd go on with our lives. But he'd say this ground is holy, 'cause we're all walking on it. Holy land that's worth enough to die. If Jesus lived in Houston, I know he'd walk down mine. 'Cause heaven knows I need him all the time. Yeah, he might even move in to help me walk the line. If Jesus lived in Houston, I know he'd walk down mine. If Jesus lived in Houston, I know he'd walk down mine. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm sure Jesus is here in Houston for sure.
He is.
I mean,
he is.
There's a lot of big skyscrapers. I don't know. They're trying to get up there.
Yep.
The city has grown since I've been here. I can't believe how big that skyline is now. It's like, wow. There's no other. I think I heard Houston and Chicago are fighting for third. Is that the deal?
That's probably
pretty crazy.
That is probably very true.
I mean, New York City and LA, and then you got, basically Houston.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy, and we're right here in the middle of it, and it keeps sprawling out further and further and further, which is why my house is on the market.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so tell me the most recent single. Is it Pinky Promise or The Best Thing?
It would be The Best Thing. Yeah. All right, I'm going to hit The Best Thing then. All right, that's that. This is a song that I wrote with my buddy Steve Gear. And so how many married couples are in the audience that are proud to be married? Let's hear that. All right, very good. That's a good thing. I love that. And so
the funny thing is that all the couples that are in here, more of the men raise their hand than women.
That's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, the men are proud, but the women are undecided at this point.
So anybody been married 5 years? Hands up for 5 years. How about 10? Do I hear 10? Do I hear 12? Do I hear 13? Do I hear 15 years of marriage? Keep your hand up. 20. Do I hear 20 years of marriage? Oh my gosh, we got 20 going on. All right, how about 25? 25 years of marriage? 25, 25, 25, 20, 25. How about 28? 20 or 28 years of marriage? 28 years. We still got a couple hands up. How about 30 years of marriage? Hand goes down. We still got hands up here for 30 years. You want to claim 30 years? How about 32? 35. Do I hear 35 years? 35, anybody? 35 years. This gentleman right here has got his hand up for 35 years. Do I hear 40? 40 years. She's got her hand up for 40. Oh my goodness, she's walking still walking after 40. 45 years. Anybody 45 years? 45? We're at 40. We're at 40. She's still got her hand up. 42. 42, 43, 44. It's going down. 45. She's still, is it 44 or 45? At that point, do you keep track? 47 years, everybody. Come on.
That's awesome.
47 years. Thank you, Lord. That is awesome. And that's why we wrote this song, because she must have been the best thing that's ever happened to you for 47 years. Come on now, you got to admit that at this point. So this is a song that I wrote with Steve Gear out of, he's a good old boy from Oklahoma, but he lives in California. God bless his soul still. I guess he just likes to play golf. But anyways, we wrote this one together, and it goes a little something like this. This was considered for a Grammy, best country. Actually, it was best country solo for best country solo artist for a Grammy. And also, I'm getting ready. This is really exciting. I just found out this has been nominated for best modern country song of the year for the Josie Music Awards, where it's going to be held at the Grand Ole Opry this year.
Awesome! Wow! Right. Congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah. So at the very least, I get to hear my voice called my name called from the Grand Ole Opry stage.
Yeah.
And maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll win the award and get to play at the Grand Ole Opry, which would be awesome.
It's a dream come true, right there.
That would be amazing. So, anyways, here is Best Thing. As I think back through the memories of this life that I've spent with you, of that day oh so long ago when you finally said yes I do, I'll always believe that we were meant to be, and I want you to know that I love you so. You're the very air I breathe, and you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Well, the years have come and gone as we walk along, holding hands through this crazy thing called life. Lord knows it's all part of the plan. I'll always believe that we were meant to be, and I want you to know that I love you so. You're the very air I breathe. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I thank God every day that you became my wife. You're my North Star, my guiding light. You brought meat into my life. Yes, you did. Believe that we were meant to be, and I want you to know that I love you so. You're the very air I breathe, and you're the best thing. Yeah, I'll always believe that we were meant to be, and I want you to so. You're the very air I breathe, and you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, honey, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. As I think back through the memories of this life that I've spent with you. There you go.
Man. Well, of course, Stephen, that song makes me think about my wife of 29 years, Tara, who's couldn't be here with us tonight. She's at home. And I don't really feel like I'm going to sing this song tonight because it's definitely the sweetest, most intimate, passionate song I've written. There's kids present. But I wrote it after being married 25 years, and the title of it is, If You Want to Be My Lover, Stop Acting Like My Mother.
I like that title.
But I can't do it tonight. I can't do it tonight. You can go watch previous podcast episodes and see it. But it'll be 3.5 minutes of your time you can never get back. But you should listen to
that one for sure.
All right, man. I want you to pick another one. I don't care if it's a new one or one we can already hear on Spotify or whatever. Just pick another song and tell us a story.
Thank you for letting me pick this song. So for the Texans in the house, I'm just a proud Texan. I don't know what it is, because I miss my family. I miss this place where I grew up, but at the same time, I knew God led me into some paths and some different places to live, which is cool. I got to live in San Diego for a while, and now I live in Tennessee, and I've traveled all around the country and even into Mexico and Canada. But Texas, there's just something about Texas, and that's why I wrote this song. Okay. There it is. There's something about Texas. So this is a brand new song. It has not been recorded, but there are T-shirts already ready for it, and they're on my site. We were going to have merch here tonight, but because of just the way the world is these days, you order stuff and it doesn't come in the right time. I don't know how to explain it, but it just like you order it and they're like, yeah, it'll be there. No, it won't. That is a lie. That's a lie. You're lying to me right now. Just tell me you're lying to me. So it didn't show up here. It was going to be here, but you can go to my website and find it. But here is something about Texas. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. California girls, they really know how to rock your world. Ain't no whiskey like they make down in Tennessee. Colorado skies with a Rocky Mountain high, and it's hard to beat a Florida white sandy beach. But there's something about, there's something about that Lone Star sky, those Houston lights, like open arms calling me back home. Put my boot heels down on this hallowed ground. Any time away is way too long. Yeah, down here we all get it, and we won't let you forget it. Yeah, there's something about it, something about, there ain't no doubt. There's something about Texas, something about Texas. Come on, it ain't just another place, it's where real cowboys are made. I ain't bragging, come on down, you're gonna see. It's where I was born and raised, and where my heart is gonna stay. And when I'm gone, put that Texas red dirt down on me. Oh, that Lone Star sky, those Houston lights, like open arms calling me back home. Yeah, put my boot heels down on this hallowed ground. Anytime away is way too long. Yeah, down here we all get it, and we won't let you forget it. Yeah, there's something about, there ain't no doubt. There's something about sound. It's something about, there ain't no doubt, there's something about Texas. Something about Texas. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Welcome home. Welcome home. Yeah. Have y'all had a good time tonight? Man, have you had a good time tonight?
Oh man, I've had a great time.
Man, I know we've got time. We've got time for a couple more. But are you gonna hang out over here and say hi to some folks? And after the show, I think we got a little area set up over here for you guys to come hang out and say hello and shake hands. Looks like we're gonna have a family reunion over there or something tonight, which is always a good thing. So tell us a little bit more, kind of about what's in store. Whether that's a new record, what's coming up with Giving Guitars. What are some of the things that are on the horizon for you?
Well, first of all, we're going to release that song, something about Texas, right? We're going to get it down. I'm just feeling like that's going to be the anthem for Texas. I don't know.
I like it.
Come on, we got to get to Governor Abbott. We got to get to all these people and get out there. Anyway, so other than that, we are going to be traveling. We're going to be. I've got 5. In fact, the Covenant House. Is the Covenant House here tonight? There it is, right there. The Covenant House is here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a blessed time for my family and I. We get to come down to Houston and give. And so the Covenant House is one of the foundations that we're going to be partnering with and bringing a brand new guitar to. So, yeah. We'll be visiting you guys soon. And thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. And there's 6 shelters that we're visiting here in Houston alone right now. We were at the Salvation Army on McGowan. We'll be at the Covenant House. I believe there's a Family Promise. My wife knows the schedule way better than I do. But to come into Houston and to be able to just bring hope and inspiration is just like the best coming home for me. And then we're going to Austin. We're going to do the same thing in Austin on the way out. And then we're going to head back up to Tennessee. And I'm going to play at Elvis's Graceland Hotel in June, which is cool. And that's going to be for the Memphis Rotary Club and for a bunch of Memphis dignitaries and whatnot. That's just one thing. Of course, I got shows at Puckett's in, I don't know if you heard of Puckett's. Puckett's is a bunch of really cool venues. So we're going to be in Pigeon Forge. I'm going to be doing something for the veterans. And Dolly Parton created this center called My People Center. She donated it. So I'm going to be there performing at Puckett's for that center, raising money for the DAV and for the VFW, and then also bringing them a guitar as well. Because we need to honor our soldiers. We need to honor our veterans and not forget that they sacrificed a lot so that we can eat tacos at 10 o'clock at night if we want to, right?
That's right.
And we can live life in just freedom without thinking we're going to get shot, I guess, sometimes. But nevertheless, thank you for asking that question, because we do have a lot coming up. And California's coming up. We're going to be doing Giving Guitar tours then. But releasing new music and just performing and doing the Nashville thing, really just, rounds and fun times like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, we again, I know I'm thanking you on behalf of not only myself, but everybody in the audience. Man, thank you for fitting us in, for making us part of what you have going on. We appreciate you being part of the family here now, and hope you'll come back and see us again.
Kyle, thank you very much for even having me. I really appreciate it. I'll come back anytime. And when you come to Nashville, you got my number, so that's all I got to say.
I got it. Well, thank you. Well, play. We're going to play a couple more, but I'm going to let you kind of drive instead of me trying to, work you down some conversation line. Let's pick a couple of songs you want to make sure we hear before we get out of here tonight.
Well, this song I wrote because during the pandemic, as you know, artists were hit really hard. We just didn't have, gigs. And so while I was looking for gigs, I was really making sure we're going to have food on the table, roof over our head. And my daughter would come up to me and she'd say, "Hey, Daddy, can you come outside, ride bikes, play hide and go seek, or play Barbies with me?" And I'd say, "I can't right now because I'm trying to make sure we get everything taken care of." And she goes, well, can you later? And I said, yes. She goes, well, do you pinky promise that you can later? Do you pinky promise? I said, I do pinky promise. She goes, well, you can't break a pinky promise. And I'm like, what did I just get myself into, right? You know? So as parents, and you can relate with this, is that, you know, you try to keep every promise that you can. You try to honor every commitment, but we're only human, right?
Yeah.
We can only do so much and be so many places at one time. And so this is just a good reminder for all of us parents, and even just for people you love, just slow down, because you get this one chance right here to love people that you know and just honor them and cherish them. So this is a song that got considered for Best Country Song as a Grammy. And so this is called Pinky Promise. Seems just like yesterday when I was holding your little sweet hand. Wasn't gonna miss the chance to take you to our first daddy-daughter dance. I've shown up late, I've missed some dates along the way. I've made mistakes, I even made your little heart break, but you love me anyway. I'm just learning as I go. It's hard to admit when I don't know when it's right or when it's wrong. Maybe it's taken me a little too long, but I'm here to tell you now, I never ever want to let you down. I'll keep my word, cross my heart, and when you wish upon a star, I'll always be the dad you could trust when you need someone who's honest, and keep every pinky promise. When you're finally driving on your 16th birthday till the day that you graduate, I'll be standing right there beside you when you say I do on your wedding day, walking you down the aisle, tears in my smile. You're so beautiful, all dressed in white. Might take me a while to say goodbye, locking fingers one more time. I'm just learning as I go. It's hard to admit when I don't know when it's right or when it's wrong. Maybe it's taken me a little too long, but I'm here to tell you now, I never ever want to let you down. I'll keep my word, cross my heart, and when you wish upon a star, I'll always be the dad you could trust when you need someone who's honest, and keep every pinky promise. Stronger than my words could ever say. I'm just learning as I go. It's hard to admit when I don't know when it's right or when it's wrong. Maybe it's taken me a little too long, but I'm here to tell you now, I never ever want to let you down. I'll keep my word, cross my heart, and when you wish upon a star, I'll always be the dad you could trust when you need someone who's honest. I'll always be the dad you could trust when you need someone who's honest. Yeah, and keep every pinky promise. I swear I'll keep every promise.
That's a great one. It's a great song. Do you like that song? Of course you like that song. Man, I'm so glad we got to hang out with you and your family and your extended family, and man, some of the folks you're here to help. Thank you guys for all you do for the city of Houston. Is it Covenant House? Is that? All right. Thank you guys for the work you do. We appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank all our sponsors. Man, thank you for making tonight possible. And let's give it up one more time for Do-Si Do and giving us such a beautiful place to play original music. Well, Stephen, man, you got to pick one you're going to finish the evening off with now. You've changed guitars and you're standing up, so I think it's about to end really well.
This is a song that it was one of the songs that one of my first Grammys that I got considered for, which was amazing. And I remember looking at the ballot, and there was like Dierks Bentley, there was like Loretta Lynn, and I mean, just all these amazing names. And I'm like, man, what a great thing to be in the company of these folks. So I wanted to, I wrote this song because I would, every once in a while I'd call back to Texas and, I'd talk to people and they're like, hey, don't you miss the South? Don't you miss the good cooking, the great people, the mosquitoes, and the hot weather? And my wife was like, honey, tell them you're cool in California. And I'm like, that's a great title, babe. I love that. So she does own all the publishing rights in the house. Here's Cool in California. Can't go west, but if this is as far, girl, as we ever get, then I'm cool in California. Yeah, I'm cool in California. There's stars on the strip, but I'm staring at you. And that street corner guitar is strumming our tune, and I'm cool in California. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Your eyes pull me in like the pull of those Hollywood lights. Let's be legends tonight. Kiss me right here, girl, just like I'm James Dean. Runaway rebels, lost in a dream. Top down, live now. Highway moon dancing on the water. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Wherever you go, I won't be far. But for putting down roots and betting our hearts, I'm cool in California. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Kiss me right here, girls, just like I'm James Dean. Runaway rebels, lost in a dream. Top down, live now. Highway moon dancing on the water. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Hollywood lights. So kiss me right here, girl, just like I'm James Dean. Runaway rebels, lost in a dream. Top down, live now. Highway moon dancing on the water. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Yeah, I'm cool in California. Whoa, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Cade.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.